Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool have 4 stars ready to trial for Arne Slot as summer spending plan takes shape. The Reds have nothing left to play for this season, but there are players still fighting for their club futures. After being able to bask in the glory of winning the Premier League title in his first season at Liverpool, it's now back to business for Arne Slot. The Dutchman takes his side to Stamford Bridge to play Chelsea on Sunday, a game that could still have a big bearing on the battle to join Liverpool in the Champions League. The Reds will then finish their campaign with games against Arsenal, Brighton and Hove Albion FC, and Crystal Palace. The game against the Eagles at Anfield will be followed by a trophy presentation, and a bus parade will take place in the city the following day. However, by then, Slot is likely to have made key decisions over the future of 4 squad players who still have plenty to prove between now and May 25. Despite being widely praised by previous manager Jurgen Klopp, the forward has been reduced to a bit-part role under Slot. Injury derailed the first half of his campaign, and his lack of game time since has led to former Red Joe Cole urging the 22-year-old to leave this summer. Elliott now has 4 games to persuade Slot that he represents a better option than Eintracht Frankfurt forward Hugo Ekitike, who is being linked with a move to Merseyside. The former England under-21 international has made just 14 Premier League appearances this season, mostly from the bench, but will want to be given the chance to prove himself from kickoff on Sunday. A total of 2 goals in 12 appearances in all competitions underlines how the Italian has failed to fire since his move from Juventus. He was even linked with an early exit in January, and surely, to avoid being sold this summer, he surely needs to show Slot something in the 4 games to come. Kostas Tsimikas. With Liverpool almost certain to bid for Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez when the transfer window opens, the future of Tsimikas is up in the air. Despite Andy Robertson's struggles this season, the Greek international has failed to convince when called upon. Slot is unlikely to want to carry 3 left-backs in his squad for the 2025-26 season. Given Robertson's experience and the displays of Kerkez for Bournemouth, Tsimikas could be surplus to requirements unless he can show marked improvements during the season's finale. The 21-year-old has been tipped for a big future at Liverpool, and yet, the next 4 games could be pivotal to his future. Despite rumors of a possible climb down, the assumption remains that Trent Alexander-Arnold will join Real Madrid this summer. Bradley is now likely to get the opportunity to prove he can be the long-term answer at right back. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool transfer news as new contract planned and $53 million right back eyed. The latest Liverpool transfer gossip as the Reds plan contract talks with a key winger, and there's an update on the club's search for a Trent Alexander-Arnold replacement. Liverpool will hold contract talks with Luis Diaz at the end of the season as the club plans to bring his salary in line with its other top players. Diaz is currently on the same terms that he agreed when he signed for the club in January 2022. As such, he's paid far less than some of Liverpool's biggest stars. But he has been an important player for Arne Slot's team this season, and Sky Sports says that Liverpool is set to offer a deal that reflects his status, and wards off transfer speculation that he will not earn anything like the money that Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk are on. They are understood to be viewed as special cases who do not fit into the wage structure that the rest of the squad is subjected to. But he is set for a significant pay hike. According to Capology, Diaz currently earns £55,000, $73,000, per week, which is significantly lower than players of a similar standing in the squad. Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota, and Federico Chiesa are all reported to earn more than double the amount that Diaz takes home, and Diaz could be forgiven for finding that galling given Chiesa has barely played all season and the Colombian has scored more goals than Gakpo, Núñez, and Jota. Diaz has been linked with a move away from Liverpool, with Barcelona said to be keen, although it's difficult to see where he would fit into Hansi Flick's side, with Rafinha and Lamine Yamal shining on the flanks for the Blaugrana. Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr has also been linked with a move for Diaz, who has been at Liverpool for 3.5 years after joining from Porto in January of 2022. Meanwhile, Liverpool is thought to be one of the teams interested in Andrea Cambiaso of Juventus. But Manchester City has moved into pole position, according to Football Insider. The 25-year-old fullback has reportedly been identified at Anfield as an ideal heir to Trent Alexander-Arnold, but Cambiaso is very keen on City, which has held extensive talks with Juventus. The Italian side is resigned to selling players if it misses out on the Champions League. Cambiaso could be available for as little as $53 million, £40 million. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Liverpool news. Arne Slot makes transfer window prediction as Red Star addresses future. Liverpool are potentially in line for a busy summer after winning the Premier League with plenty of ins and outs predicted as Arne Slot looks to consolidate his squad. Liverpool have already been confirmed as Premier League champions, but they can still have a hand in some other important matters this term. Their on-field victory lap begins against Chelsea, with the Blues rivals for a top 5 finish hoping Arne Slot can do them a favour. Second-place Arsenal won't have their runner-up finish confirmed before they travel to Anfield on May 10, with Brighton, Liverpool's opponents the following week, are still in the hunt for European qualification. Only Crystal Palace, Liverpool's visitors on the final weekend, will have little of note to play for. Reds boss Slot has been speaking to the media ahead of Sunday's trip to Chelsea, with celebrations and transfers alike discussed. Captain Virgil van Dijk anticipated a big summer off the field, but the transfer window is a marathon not a sprint. Liverpool have been linked with a number of Premier League talents, with Bournemouth's Dean Huijsen and Milos Kerkez among them. They already know the identity of one of their other new arrivals, having completed a deal for Georgi Mamardashvili last summer. There are also some questions about outgoings, of course, with Harvey Elliott and Darwin Núñez among those with uncertain futures. Here are Mirror Football's latest lines from around Anfield. Arne Slot believes transfer targets may well have received encouragement to join the club simply by watching Liverpool's title celebrations. The Reds clinched top spot in style, hitting 5 goals against Tottenham after falling behind early on. There are so many things that influence next season, Slot said. Is it an advantage some teams don't do Club World Cup? The main advantage of winning the Premier League is new players. I always told them the fans are special and that was not necessary to tell, but after Sunday I don't think I have to tell anyone. That was unbelievable. They didn't come on the pitch, a lot of clubs' fans do that and ours stayed on the stands. Winning the league, having these fans, this is a big attraction to players we want to bring in and it's definitely helpful. Robertson delivers clear message. Andy Robertson still believes he can compete at the highest level, despite Liverpool being linked with reinforcements at left-back. Bournemouth star Milos Kerkez has been mentioned as a potential long-term target for Robertson, who is about to enter the final year of his contract at Anfield. Maybe you can stop linking the club with other left-backs as well. Robertson told Jamie Carragher at Football for Change's charity lunch, as reported by the Liverpool Echo. No, look, I've had 8 wonderful years so far and I have a year left. I am not as young as I once was, but I love this club and I have a year left. I am not as young as I once was, but I love this club and I have had some great memories here, so let's see what the future holds. I still believe I can still produce good performances and some really good performances, and I think I have done that this season. So I still think I can produce at the top level, and if I can do that, then that is where I belong and hopefully I can stay here for many years to come. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has confirmed the club will give Liverpool a guard of honour on Sunday. The Blues, who sit 5th in the table, are the first side to take on Arne Slot's men since the Anfield club were confirmed as champions. It's tradition. We have to do that, and we are going to do that, the Italian told reporters. They won the Premier League, so they deserve it. In terms of the gap between us and Liverpool, it is there, you can see this clearly. My feeling is we are moving in the right direction and hopefully this gap can be smaller and smaller. The difference is they have been consistent compared to us. For part of the season we were very good, and then we lost some games. This has probably been the main reason why the gap is there. Also, in terms of experienced players who know how to win games and these kinds of things, I think they have something more compared to us. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.